Hi guys, how you doing? I got a new haircut and color. What do you think? I'm pretty stoked about it. It turned out pretty awesome. But anyway, let's talk meal planning. I pulled out my PIO size and 21 Day Fix book so I can talk a little bit more and maybe show you a few pages. But basically the first step to meal planning is that you take your eating plan book, whatever may have come with your program, and you read it front to back, and then reread portions that may have not been very clear. But basically, all of the programs, the eating plans, look rather similar at this point. I think what they're moving towards is to basically model most of the eating plans after the 21 Day Fix now. I was just looking through the size one, and it uses the containers from the 21 Day Fix and actually mentions this other separate thing you can buy. It's called Portion Fix, that basically has no workout plan but the food containers from the 21 Day Fix and a book, and it's basically the 21 Day Fix without the workout program. But basically the thinking behind that is that is a great eating plan to go along with any of the programs, which I have said for quite some time. So it's just a killer, awesome, clean eating plan, and they basically took all the guesswork out of that. So it's totally my favorite eating plan. It's really what taught me how to eat clean and well and actually eat to feed my body well. So in any case, after you read through the whole book and understand your program and how the eating plan works, the first thing that they're going to have you do is calculate your caloric target. So for the 21 Day Fix, it's on page 4 of your book, and I know it's going to be backwards because of the camera, but this is what it looks like. So there's a formula, and it's going to tell you to take your current weight in pounds and multiply it by 11. That's your calorie baseline. That is basically what your body needs, okay? And then they have you add 400 calories to that. That is your daily caloric need. And then to create a calorie deficit, they have you subtract 750 from that number, and that is 21 Day Fix specific. That will differ a little bit from program to program, so make sure that you go by what your program says, okay? So in any case, once you figured out your caloric target, you go to a chart that'll basically then tell you how many servings of each food group you get to eat, basically. So in the 21 Day Fix book, that's on page 19, and it looks like this. The colors aren't coming through all that well. But basically for me, I am in the lowest calorie target, and I'm going to share some meal plans. I can't talk. I'm going to share some meal plans with you guys, and that's based off of that lowest calorie level, because that's what I was. The good thing with that is that if you're in a higher calorie level, all you have to do is just add your appropriate servings to it, and then you can just either straight up use those meal plans that I'm going to provide, or you can simply plug different things in where I have chosen things that you don't like. So, you substitute a red for red. Red is your protein. So if you don't like fish, you take the fish out, you put chicken in, whatever. So use it like that, or follow it straight, or just kind of use it as an example of a meal plan. But basically the bottom line is plan your meals out so you know what you're going to do every day. Because what I have found is that if I don't plan, I basically just fail. That's saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So let's all actually plan ahead so we don't fail. So in any case, now you know how many servings of each food group you need, and then you go to and again, each book has this. The different food groups will have a list of foods that are in that category. So, you know, in the 21-day fix, the green is your veggies, and then the purple is your fruit, and again, there's a list of all of those. Red is your protein. So go through and understand what color each group is, and that'll make your life easier. Let's see, what else? So the other thing that I did when I first started the 21-day fix, and I still do this, is that they have seasoning mixes in the 21-day fix. It's on page 42 and 43, and I've also seen it in the other books as well. So they all have their seasoning mixes, and I'll probably mix some of the size ones up because they look yummy too. But then so I mixed them up, and I made a bunch of it, and I put it in little mason jars, and I labeled what they were. I also had and actually in the mason jar, I poked holes in the top so I could just shake it. But also, then when I would run out of, you know, different seasonings, I would just reuse that, and I labeled this one. Also, this is also from the 21-day fix. So anyway, just a little trick so you don't have to like try to mix up your seasonings every time you cook something. You just have it ready to go. So that's a good little trick to have. And then also each eating plan typically has like a little sample meal plan. The 21-day fix, for example, has sort of a 3-day one that you can pick and choose from. So the way they've got it set it up is that they have 3 different breakfast choices, 3 different snack choices for the morning, 3 different lunches, another 3 different snacks for the afternoon, and 3 different dinner choices. And basically you could go through your whole 21-day fix and every day just pick a different one from each category, but I have a feeling that over 21 days that would get pretty boring. So I would recommend that maybe use that a little bit as a guide as to what kind of food groups to put about when. And maybe do this for 3 or 4 days, and then use it to help you along, basically. So one thing I can tell you that works for me that I have now learned is that basically what I do is I start with dinner and decide on my meal plan, what am I going to have for dinner. So at this point, I know for dinner I like to have a carb, I like to have a protein, I like to have veggies, okay? So I always put those in my dinner, and I write down what we're going to have that day. It'll always have those 3 components in it. And I do the same for lunch because I work all day and I need my carbs, and so I plan the carb in there. So again, a carb, a protein, and a green, at least 1 green, sometimes more than 1 green at lunch and dinner. So those are my lunches and my dinners. For breakfast, I typically have Shakeology, which is a red, and then I add a banana or some sort of fruit to it. So that's also a purple. So I get to check those off right away. And then I like to have a morning snack and an afternoon snack. So I just structure my snacks with whatever's left at that point. So that's how I structure my meals every day. And in any case, I think that is about all I have for you guys. So I'm going to be sharing 4 weeks worth of meal plans. 3 of them are very kind of boring. They basically just list like chicken and stuff, so there's not like a real recipe for any of those. Then the 4th one, I got a little braver, and you know, and I actually looked up some real recipes and put those in there. So use any of those however you want to help you, but the most important part is that you do make a meal plan and that you know what you're gonna do. Okay, eating is really about 80% of the whole being healthy, losing weight, and keeping on track. So if you're gonna succeed in either the eating or the working out, but not both, you know, succeed with the eating, work for that, work harder for that. The workouts is what makes you feel really good at the end of the day, but the eating is what's really going to get you there. So focus on the eating. And you know, I know I'm kind of making it sound like don't worry about the workouts, but no, don't not worry about the workouts. Do your workouts, do it all together. But if you skip a workout here and there, that's not going to hurt you. But if you keep eating badly, at least once a day, that's going to hurt you. So focus on the eating. It's definitely the more important part of the equation. So in any case, I think that's all I've got. Amy, if you have anything to add to this, just write in the comments. Any questions, write it in the comments. Other than that, happy meal planning. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to answer any questions that you might have, okay? That's it. Sorry, I got a little long, but I'm done now.